Hi, welcome back to Dear Lydia. Today I've got a collab video with a YouTuber who I've recently become friends with. Her name is Kiera and she is 19 years old and she's got a little girl called Corinna who's almost 1. She planned her pregnancy at 17 years old, so she was a young mum, and she's got some really relatable videos if you want to check that out. I'll leave her name in the description below and you can check her out. So our video today is pet peeves as a teen mum or a young mum. So let's just get started. So my first pet peeve is probably one that many can relate to, and it's when people stare at you in public when you're just minding your own business. So I've had lots of experiences with this. I could be out shopping and you could see people glaring over at you, but they won't come and approach you and speak to you. It's just all behind your back. It's not very nice and it's quite awkward when you know that somebody's staring at you. Usually I just move on by and try to ignore it, but sometimes it does get you down. So that is my first pet peeve. My second one is rude comments by people. So you wouldn't think that people would have the nerve to come and say rude things to you, but it happens all the time. I'll give you an example of one time that happened to me. So I was in the supermarket and I was getting my shopping for the week, and some older woman came up to me and she said it was disgusting that a baby was having a baby and how on earth could I provide for a child. First of all, she doesn't know me, she's never met me before, so it's very rude to approach somebody and say something like that. And second of all, you don't know my financial position, you don't know what my home life is, so if you don't know, don't comment. I'd be happy to tell you if you ask politely, but it's not something you really want to share with the whole world. So that was one of my experiences, which wasn't too nice. Just remember, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all, because it could really affect somebody's mood. It can play on their mind for the rest of the day and just bring them down. So please be polite. So the next one that I've got is people thinking my daughter is my sister. So I haven't had this many times, but I have had it a couple, and it's quite laughable really. I don't think personally that I look super young. I was 19 when my daughter was conceived and 20 when she was born, but if you don't know, just ask me, I'm approachable. Just don't assume things, please. The next one is, this is a big one, unsolicited advice. So don't get me wrong, if I need advice I'll ask for it, and if it's kind, I will happily listen to your advice, but please do not try and force your opinions on people or tell them this is the way that they should be doing it. Everyone's got their own way of parenting, whether you think it's right or wrong. Just keep that to yourself and be respectful, because sometimes it can come across as quite rude and it's just not very nice to hear from other people. So if you've got some really good advice, be polite about it, or ask that person if they would like your advice before forcing your opinions and views on them. So the next one I've got is the breastfeeding versus formula feeding debate, and I'm not going to get into detail about it because everyone's got their own views and things like that. However, if your baby is fed, getting all the nutrients that they need, they're happy and they're healthy, it doesn't matter whether you breastfeed or bottle feed. Scientifically, breast milk is probably better for a baby. However, they wouldn't sell formula milk if baby wasn't able to drink it. So I wouldn't get too down if you're unable to feed or you just don't want to. I wasn't sure about breastfeeding to start off with, but I did give it a go as the midwives advised me. Baby wouldn't latch properly, she has a bit of a lip tie. So we switched to formula milk and we've been happy. Look, my daughter is healthy, she's happy, so that's the main thing. And good on you if you can breastfeed. It is great if you can manage, but if not, don't be too down about it. So the next one, which has happened to me a few times, and I don't mind it as much, but it does start to grate on you a little bit if it happens all the time. And that is people who you don't know, like strangers in public, coming up and touching your child, like squeezing her cheeks, asking if they can pick her up and things like that. Just, that's quite odd for somebody to come up, and if you've never met them before, and then want to touch your daughter, your son, whatever you have. It's just a little bit strange. And if you are going to touch my child, please just ask me first. I don't know who you are, so I'd rather you approach me and say, do you mind, rather than just going ahead and doing it. So yeah, that's just a little one. And also that can link in with when you're pregnant, random people coming and touching your bump to feel baby moving. That's just a bit getting in my personal space. Just don't do it. So the next one is people approaching me and asking me, when are you going to lose your baby weight? So this one is a bit of a touchy subject. I've never been a size 0, small, skinny girl. However, I used to be comfortable with my weight before having my daughter. I haven't lost all my baby weight yet, and she is 19 months old. However, I'm currently working on it and doing a healthy eating plan, getting more fit and active, but it's really quite rude to comment on somebody's weight, and it can make them very upset. I have been really anxious about going out in public in case people judge my weight, so just do not comment on people's weight. Whether you think that your advice is good or not, just keep it to yourself, because it can be quite hurtful, and people do dwell on it, like I have as well. So I think that's all of my pet peeves as a young mum. If you've got the same ones, let me know, or if you have other pet peeves, comment down below so I can see what yours are. Hopefully you can relate to this video a little bit. And as I say, please check out Kiera's channel. She's a lovely girl and her videos are brilliant. She also has a TikTok account, which I'll link down below also, so if you check her out, that would be great. I have an Instagram that I've made for my following, so that's Dear Lydia 2019, and I'll also link that down in my description. Other than that, take care, and I'll see you in my next video.